Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. I will say this. I mean, my people could attest, because many of my people were here from the beginning. We've never had a level of spirit that we have right now, and that's because people really see the country as being, we're like at a crossroads. And I used to say, if we keep it going like this, we're going to be Venezuela on steroids, and that's what it's going to be. And that's where we're heading. And so many people see that. I appreciate that very much. Yes, ma'am. We're going to work on that. You're right about that. Isn't that a disgrace? ESG at the bank, so we'll take care of those banks. Yes, ma'am, please, go ahead. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. How nice is that, huh? Are you related? Are you related? Daughter? That's beautiful, beautiful. That's a great job. I could not have said it that well. That I can tell you. We're doing a lot for the disabled. We're doing a lot for everybody. That's beautifully put, too. Thank you very much, darling. Thank you. Okay, a couple of more. Go ahead, please.
Hard work seems to agree with you. You look great. All the presidents just going out. And also I want to stress this. Please address this. The number one victim of January 6th, and it goes back to November, is you, sir. You're the number one victim.
Yeah. It's very nice. I feel that. But, you know, some people, Ashley Babbitt, lost their lives. So when you think about it, I would say that's, you know, they're the number. People lose their lives, and they're the number one victims. But no, I certainly feel that too. But I appreciate that statement. Yeah, they come after me, and the better I do, the more they come after me, you know, because they don't want us to. We had a poll in Florida, we're just absolutely killing Biden by much more than the other one. The other one is not doing as well by even close. We're beating every primary opponent by so much, including number two, and we have to do that. Somebody said, why don't you be nicer? I said, because we have to win. We have to win. We have to win this. This is not a game. We're trying to save our country, and if we don't save our country, I think if we don't, I think it's the most important election we've ever had, because it's like our country's decaying from within. You have a question. Go, please. Right here. Blonde, beautiful blonde hair. Young lady? Okay, I'll do both. The one with beautiful brown hair and beautiful blonde hair. Go ahead, same question. Right, mom's school. Yeah. Well, we're going to sign executive orders first day. And you're right, moms. How about where they talk about parental? They want parental power, parental rights. Who would ever think you would have to talk about it? Today, parental is a big word. It's a big, powerful word, because they took our education away from the mothers and the fathers who love the children so much, even from the teachers to a certain extent. And they have it in these people's hands, between men participating in women's sports, which is so ridiculous, and so many things that are far worse than that. It's far worse than that. You know what I'm talking about. So we're going to take care of that very quickly. It's going to happen. As you know, we took care of it when I was there, and they added a thing called the military into it too. That's pretty incredible. Yes, please go ahead. I think about it a little bit, but I don't like to think about it too much. We have vice president there saying, have you put any thought? I think about it. We have a lot of candidates, right? We have them running left and right. But I think about it, but I don't want to think about it too much. One thing I will say, nobody's ever voted for a vice president, meaning when you're running for president, if you have one that's great or one that's a little bit less than great, or if you have one that's bad, you have bad ones too. It really doesn't have too many. This one, it's just, now it's might be the best thing he's got going, right? But you know, it's a little bit of an old axiom that nobody ever votes for the vice president, and I think, you know, I'd give it more credit than that. It's still it's so important, because something happens and you have yourself a president, so it's very important. But I don't think from a voting standpoint it matters very much. Yes, please.
Mr. President, I served your campaign in 2020.
Good.
In charge of the fourth district.
Yes.
On every single count.
Good.
So I want you to know that I was going to be fighting for you and be strong for you.
Great.
My 15-year-old son woke up this morning and instead of saying, I love you, Mom and Dad, what did he say? Good morning. What did he say?
He wants to be in the Army, and he wanted us to say that he is a soldier ready to serve under you.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Say hello. Give him a big kiss. Okay? That's very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please, go ahead.
We've talked about a lot of things, but we haven't talked about the Second Amendment. Haven't heard.
Yeah, Second Amendment.
Now, do you feel we need more gun laws or just enforce the ones we have?
Well, we have very strong laws. And, you know, if you look at Chicago, where last weekend, I don't know if you saw that, 50 people were shot, 12 died. They have the strongest gun laws in the country. New York, likewise. Los Angeles, likewise. They're all the strongest gun laws. That's where the biggest problems are. No, I'm a guardian of the Second Amendment, as you know. I didn't let him do anything to it. And very strong guardian. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
This morning you talked about it takes me 6 weeks to take this country back.
Yeah.
Another 8 years to get used to.
Yeah. I said 6 months. He wants me to do it in 6 weeks. We could. I'll tell you what. But even in 6 weeks, we can make a hell of a dent, right? Drill, baby. Now we can actually. I might change it. If you think about it, in 6 weeks we can make a hell of a dent. Yeah, I said 6 months. I also said that I believe I can end the war between Russia and Ukraine. I know Zelensky very well, and I know Putin very well. I believe I can end it in 24 hours, and that's what should happen. That's what should happen. Okay? Good. Okay, this young, handsome man right here. Go, two of them. Hi.
My question is, what's your plan to make the American dream possible for everyone?
Make what?
The American dream possible.
Well, the American dream, you don't hear about it anymore. Right now, there is no American dream. You know, it used to be the American dream. Today, you don't hear about it. What we do is we have to free it up. We have to have great elections. We have to have strong borders. We have to have incentives to get people to want to be entrepreneurs or to work for a living. I mean, it's great. And we can get back there. If we don't win this upcoming election, because we still have a long way to go. You know, we still have a long way. You know, the damage they can do in a little more than a year and a half is incredible. Look at the damage they've done during this period of time. Nobody thinks it's possible. Nobody would have believed it's possible. But if we get in, we're gonna make a lot of American dreams happen, just like we did. We were doing so well. I told the story today to one of the groups. I met with a lot of different groups, and this one was very important to me. But I told the story today. It was so crazy. We have to get in. We have to create incentive for people to want to go to work. You know, a lot of the people that had jobs refuse to work now. I don't know. They got used to not working. We have to create incentive for them to get back. We have to get back. And they don't want to work, and they don't show it as a job opening. They say, oh, we have 3.5. That's false. It's false information. But we have to create, I mean, the American dream, it's a great question because you don't hear that expression anymore, the American dream. But you guys are young. You're going to, very soon, you're going to see the American dream back, okay? Good, thank you.
President Trump, Biden just fell on stage at commencement.
He did? He just fell on what stage?
He's down at Colorado Springs doing that commencement.
He's at the Air Force Academy.
Yeah, fell on stage.
He actually fell down? Well, I hope he wasn't hurt. I hope he wasn't hurt. But the whole thing is crazy. You got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about that because you don't want that. Even if you have to tiptoe down a ramp, you got to tiptoe. It's like an ice skate. You know, it's the same, because that was the best speech I think I've ever made. And it was pouring rain, and it was horrible and cold and windy. And they have a ramp that was pure like an ice skating rink. And it was like 25 feet long, and I talking to the general, and he has boots on, big combat boots, and they're rubber soles, and I have nice leather, good. And I say, you know what, General, get ready. If I grab you, you just get ready, because I got this stupid ramp that somebody put up, and there's no stairs, right? And I said, so I tiptoed down, and I suffered for that. They never covered my speech. But everybody, the smart people understood that. But that's too bad. If you fell, it's too bad. Look, it's just... Yeah, the winds. Yeah. Look, we gotta just get this thing back on track. That's a bad place to fall when you're making. I think it was the Air Force Academy, right? Just making. That's not inspiring. Go ahead.
When you're in office again and we get the next virus, what will you do different as RNC member throughout the country?
Yeah.
And we have lost people because you supported the jab.
Yeah.
What do you think you would do different?
Yeah. Well, everybody wanted a vaccine at that time. And I was able to do something that nobody else could have done, getting it done very, very rapidly. But I never was for mandates. I thought the mandates were terrible. And there's a big portion of the country that thinks that was a great thing. You understand that. Not a lot of the people in this room, but there is a big portion. I had a man come up to me the other day who's actually a Democrat liberal guy, a friend of mine. And he said to me, I don't even know if he voted for me, to be honest, but he's a friend of mine, smart guy, but very liberal. He said, why is it you never mention what you did with the vaccines? I said, no, thanks. I'm not going to be doing that right now. But, there is he said, it's amazing. You save so many lives. There's a big portion that feel very much the opposite. We can understand that. We can handle that. But I hated the idea of the mandates, and I didn't do the mandates. I didn't make any governor close their state. Florida did close, as you know, but South Carolina, South Dakota, a lot of states didn't. Tennessee, a lot of states, the governors really did a good job. Iowa didn't really close, and they really didn't close. In Florida, that state was locked down. He didn't even want people to drive on the highways, but closed all the beaches, that state was locked down for a period of time. And I'm not saying anything good, bad, or indifferent, but there were states that did no lockdown, and I gave governors the right to do that. Now, all the governors closed down. They locked down very hard, all the Democrat governors. But numerous of the Republican governors didn't, and I gave them that option. It's called the Federalist system. And, some took advantage, because I didn't say you have to lock down. What I said is you make your own decision. But we had numerous Republican governors that did a fantastic job that didn't lock down, and they really did. We had some great governors. I would say that there were no Democrat governors that did that. They were all for the lockdowns, and they suffered a very big price for that. That was really bad. What it did to the children, what it did to a lot of people, and they hurt a lot of people with those lockdowns. Those lockdowns were bad, but no mandates on that. The mandates were bad. The mandates were very prevalent in some states. If you look back, by the way, at Florida, they had a big vaccine program. I want to tell you, you just get vaccinated. It's amazing how people forget. All of a sudden they forget. But I'm very proud of a lot of our governors. They did really a fantastic job. They really did a fantastic job. And this state is one of them. They did a really great job. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Hi. I just wanted to thank you. Since I was able to vote from a young kid, you have been the best president.
Very nice. Yeah.
During the COVID thing.
Yeah.
My husband went through a lot, and under you, it was very helpful.
That's right. We spent a lot of effort and money and everything else on that. That's right.
And secondly, I also want to thank you for helping the farmers.
Yeah.
I'm a farm girl.
Good.
And I really appreciate what you've done for them. And thirdly, I guess I just want to say, we're pulling for you, and we're going to get you back in as president, and we're going to do everything we can. I'm very concerned about the human trafficking issue that's going on in our
Yeah. It's gotten worse than it's gotten. Gotten worse than ever, human trafficking.
A lot of this, leads back to the Ukraine in many ways.
Yeah.
But that will all get figured out at some point in time. So President Trump, just thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I can't end with a nicer statement than that. That was a statement, not a question. Thank you very much. We love you all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really great. Thank you. Thank you. We got to win. We got to win big. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Have a good. Don't eat too much pizza. Have a good time. Thank you very much. Thank you.